Hello, I'm so glad you're here. I love spending this time with you. And what I want to do is just spend a few minutes really focused on three basic tips to really igniting your recruiting results. I remember one day I had the mindset that, well, and I don't even know where it came from because when I began in this industry, I hadn't had any of the training yet, right? But for some reason, and I'm grateful that I did, I sat down and I made a detailed list of what I wanted. You see, we have to have clarity of what we want. And here's the hard truth. The majority of you don't have the courage to actually write down what you want because you think you don't deserve it. I'm here to tell you, you absolutely do. And that you need to take 15 to 20 minutes or more, however long it takes, to explore what it is that you truly want, because you're creating your life from right here. And in your clarity and your detailed desire, you can make it happen little by little every single day. I want to help you do some deliberate things that are going to help you get what you want. But you've got to be big enough, courageous enough, and bold enough to claim it. In the beginning, I did some of these things. And honestly, I didn't even know. I literally had no clue that I was bold and courageous enough to make it happen. But within a couple of weeks of being really intentional, I was introduced to my first direct selling company. I was busy. Listen, I had lots of children at home. I was, running businesses and I was putting myself through medical school, but I reluctantly said yes because I had those wants, right? Now, this part gives me goosebumps. I wouldn't be here with you today if somebody hadn't reached out and invited me, right? So those of you who are taking notes, there's going to be a couple of clues that are really pivotal to your business, and they're life-changing things. People don't know what you do because, and you probably can relate to this, people don't know what you do because you're kind of hiding behind walls, right? You're just not talking about it enough. You're just sort of dipping your toe in the water, so to speak. People don't care how much you know. And you've heard this quote before, right? They don't care how much you know. What they want to do is know that you care, right? This business is a tremendous gift. And it literally can change people's lives in so many ways. And I can't express how important it is to just make the offer. You have no idea what others are going through, right? Regardless of where they live or what kind of car they drive, or even the fact that they may always seem happy and living the perfect life, right? If my first sponsor had thought I already had so much success and I probably wouldn't be interested, I wouldn't be here with you today. And my life would look dramatically different and not in a good way. So I just want you to think about two things. First one, are you really clear with what you want? You must have it written down in the greatest detail. And you have to believe that you deserve it because you do. The second thing is, are you inviting people? I believe that once you realize that the majority of you are in fear, that truly you're spending the majority of your life in fear. And I'm going to give you a couple of tools that are going to support you and get you on the right path, the path to attracting the life and the people that you want in it. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to sit up. I want you to sit up really straight. Most of us slouch, but you've got to sit up really straight. You've got to remind yourself how to breathe. I don't know about you, but it's oftentimes, I would walk around and I was literally holding my breath and had no idea I was. And then all of a sudden, right? And you may do that too. So sit up straight, remind yourself to breathe. Now, think about it. When you sit down to do your business, whether it's your reach outs or making a post on social media or doing your follow-ups, you get tense, right? You're tense in the shoulders, you're tense in your back, you're tense in your rear end, you're tense all over. Maybe not all of you, but a good majority are. And that's what you do before you start making your recruiting reach outs or before you make a post. You put yourself in that space of fear. So take a breath, right? Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Relax your body. Do it a couple of times. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now, in order to take in this training and get the most out of it, you need to be relaxed. So practice it right now. I can't see you, so I'm going to hold you accountable. In order to attract people, in order to attract the people that you really want, and the people that want what you have and what you are, those people are going to be attracted to your energy, right? So you need to be relaxed and confident. Hear the words, confidence is sexy, okay? You've got to be relaxed and confident. When you relax into the things that you want, subconsciously, you can't resist those things that you're desiring, right? That's a fact. It truly is. And that's happening to the majority of you, is you're resisting what's going on in your world, and you're creating an undesirable narrative, right? You're creating a story about your recruiting abilities. Breathing and relaxing helps you to open yourself up, helps you to open up your heart, and more, just open up your whole energy to what you want. Now, the next thing I want to share is that we need to get our minds right? I believe there's 3 kinds of people that are watching this boost today. There's those of you that have hit a plateau, right? You haven't recruited for a little while and you know what to do. You just haven't, right? There's also some of you that are brand new to recruiting, and you're looking to absorb every little bit of training, right? And then there's some of you that are sort of stuck somewhere in the recruiting process, whether it's fear of reaching out, or fear of being consistent, or fear of creating enough posts that you have consistency on your social media page, right? Well, somewhere in any process where you're in fear, and by the way, everything opposite of feeling good, whether it's joy, peace, love, doesn't matter. Everything that's opposite of feeling good is fear. So if you have a limiting belief like, oh, no one's joining me, that's fear. Or if you say, everyone's saying no to me, again, that's fear. So one of the first things we have to do is get honest with ourselves and identify where we are. What areas put us into fear, right? Write it down in your notes, because in order to overcome it, you've got to understand it. Okay, you've got to know what's creating that block. I know for me, when I lack consistency, or when I get a little rusty of a skill, right, I start telling myself a story, something like, well, I don't know if today's a good day to do it, or I'm not really in a good place to do that, or gosh, I'm so busy, I'll take care of it later, right? We start selling ourselves excuses that make it feel all right that we're procrastinating, right? Can you relate to any of this? Well, when I first started in network marketing and I started thinking about recruiting, I literally got sick to my stomach, because I didn't want I didn't want to be the initiator, right? I hear people tell me all the time, yes, please show me how to attract more people. Well, first of all, you've got to stop telling yourself that you're not very good at that skill, or that you're just not a recruiting person. And then you need to tell yourself the opposite, because whatever mindset we're in, we tend to repeat. The majority of people are just letting their thoughts run rampant, right? And then they wonder why they're not recruiting, or why they're not selling, or why they're not attracting people, right? It's because they're playing in the fear over and over again, and you can't get the good stuff until you clear out that fear. Now, I'm going to suggest right now that you don't wait for your mind to get into fear. Breathe and relax in the morning, and breathe and relax in the evening. It'll take you less than a minute to do it. And breathing and relaxing your body and claiming a mindset, an empowered mindset, is going to change your life. And pretty soon that fear just won't feel good anymore. And that's how you'll know if you're on the right path. It'll be by the way you feel. And you've heard it many times, but the truth is consistency is key. So I found over the years of being in this industry, people consistently sell and they consistently recruit. It's not the other way around. Most people get comfortable selling their physical products, right? We can all talk about our CBD or our skin pads or whatever it is, right? But I'm a believer that we need to do both at the same time, because selling the business is what's going to change people's lives, right? I want you to see that there are people that truly need you and what you have to offer, right? So listen to what people say to you, evaluate what they need. And if you're listening to them, then you can remind them that you have a solution to their need, whether it's time freedom to be available with their children when their children need them, or to have extra finances to pay for football summer camp, or extra money at the end of their month, right? Whatever it is for them, always remain consistent. Breathe, relax, and listen, and be open to attracting positive energy, right? Now let's look at social media for a minute. However it is you reach your circle of influence, right? Whether you love Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is, right? As the fear leaves, you're going to see that there's a big world out there. There are so many products and companies and competition, right? You need to find what makes you different than that person or even me. What makes you different than me? Well, I'm confident that I am part of an amazing company. I'm confident that we have the highest quality products and we're in the right space. But I'll tell you, my secret sauce is that I'm going to go the extra mile for people. And you're asking, how's that going to attract people? Well, the clue is consistently being in front of your audience, right? Consistently sending your new people your tools. Don't be the tool, send a tool, right? Consistently engaging in social media, not just waiting for people to come to you. You can't just post and then shoot up a prayer. Go out first and engage. The next thing is when it comes to consistency is your schedule, right? Some of you are still running your business by the seat of your pants. And I'm going to tell you a few things I did that made a big difference. I began waking up extra early, and that made the biggest difference in my whole day and my whole business, right? The first part of my day was to get a good workout in. And there was a period of time when I had 8 children under the age of 8 at home. So I would get up at 3 a.m. and I'd go for a long run or a long bike ride. And then I'd come back and I'd get my mind right. I had to get right with God, right? And so I'd pray, God, please show me who I'm going to help today. Please, God, put them in front of me. And then I'd pray, show me the right way to open doors, the doors that are meant to be open, and close the doors that are meant to be closed, right? Keep me on the right path, enlarge my territory. Now, I don't know what it is for you, whether it's God or energy or whatever it is, but that's how it worked for me and changed my life. Then when the kids got up, I was relaxed and I was able to make breakfast, not feeling crazy. And I made a commitment to myself to do that every single day. Was it comfortable at first? No, I was very uncomfortable. But now I can't even sleep in because it was my way of life for so many years. Sometimes I really want to sleep in, but it just doesn't work. So consistently do your DMs, right? Do you have a checklist? It's hard to be consistent without an effective, clear plan, right? When you think about recruiting and hearing no, maybe getting ghosted, right? Does that dictate your well-being? Does that tell you that you're not very good? Well, it shouldn't, because what you're feeling is going to be what you project. And you see, most people say some form of, you know what? I don't know if it's really for me. Let's be honest. It doesn't feel good, right? But that's the meaning you're giving it with that fear. When you hear no, you should allow that to fuel you. When you get ghosted, allow that to fuel you, because you want to focus your energy on the activity that you're doing, not the result. Because what will happen over time if you did 10 to 20 reach outs a day, and some of you were like, well, my last business post only got like 10 likes or hearts or 5 comments or whatever. Well, right there, you've got 15. So if you were touching 15 people a day, would one no or two no, or maybe even three no's matter? No, you would just know that you're doing your job. Believe it or not, it's called sales, and that's how sales works around anything, whether it's the products or the business. So focus your energy on your activity. I've done one reach out. I've done two reach outs. The result is going to come because of your efforts, right? You're focused on the activities. The second thing is sharing and adding value. And I want you to think about what you're passionate about. Be excited about it. Passion and excitement create a powerful energy, and you're absolutely going to sell some of your favorite products. Think about what product you can't live without and share about it. But don't forget that there needs to be a certain amount of focus and enthusiasm on our hero product, which is the business kit. I am sure you can think of 2 or 3 or 4 ways that your favorite product has changed your life or enhanced your life. But also think about how your business kit changed the trajectory of your life, right? Think about the ripple effect. We've all met people here, right? And you may have really strong relationships with some of them. And those people wouldn't otherwise have met you or been as important in your life if you hadn't said yes to this business. Don't you think there are people out there that want to feel what you feel? You think there's other people out there that want to make money like you? They're all over the place, just waiting for an invitation. So get out there, breathe, relax, and start recruiting with that positive energy.